3.24, 5.11, 3.36. You can see all of these insane KDAs by JDG's top laner 369 over in EU West at the moment. And today we're going to take a look at one of his Jayce games and see what makes him one of the best Jayces in the world. Alright, hopping into game. So we've got 369 on the Jayce into an Olaf. Straight away, might have a little bit of an interaction, we'll see. I'm imagining Olaf probably stomps a level 1 all in. He's got the Ghost Flash. So let's see how he's playing it. So starting out in hammer form. Olaf going for the all in. He's actually side E. Interesting. I always just assume that Jayces are gonna have Q. Olaf actually pops the Ghost here, which bit of an int from him, but fair enough. Olaf already at about 30% HP. And let's see how he's playing this. So Olaf trying to get the shove in. 369 has the TP. So we'll see how we use that. Nice little QE combo there. And man, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot play this champion to save my life. As much as I'd love to. I don't know what it is, man. Like, any ranged top laners, I just can't seem to pilot. Whether it's Jayce or Kennen, I've tried playing recently. I can play the first maybe 5-6 levels in lane fine, but after that it's just a shit show. I think I focused too much on trying to poke him down and then all the fundamentals just go out the window. I think he's got a kill here already actually. Phase Rush gets procced. Flashes after. Insane reactions. Nice. I'm imagining he's going to shove this in, look for the reset. We got a Hecarim coming in though. This might be close. Gets the level up. Oh, not quite, not quite. And now the spectator's going to screw me over. Yeah, I don't know why, but I can't watch his replay for this game in the client, so I've had to find it elsewhere. But a little scuffed, but we're going to TP back. We've got double longsword, 13 CS, and Olaf sitting on 5. So Hecarim actually froze the wave for the Olaf there, so imagine 369 is going to get the shoved in, try and get the bounce back. Vi's top side, so don't know if she's going to try and make something happen. Probably just going to continue clearing down. Let's see what he does here. Probably some crazy harass. Olaf doesn't really have a way to answer that without sums at the moment. And let's see. So wave will be pushing back into 369. So I'm wondering, is he going to look for massive harass here, or is he just going to let the next wave hit this, get the wave in a better place for himself, nearer the tower, and maybe look for an all-in there? At the moment, it seems like he's not going too crazy on the harass, so playing the wave, but QE goes into the wave there. And the damage on Jayce, even missing the QE. Now we're just waiting for this wave to come in. Now, Olaf's Ghost isn't up yet, it's coming up. I wonder how Olaf's going to respond to this, because 369 can probably set up quite a nice freeze here. Doesn't have Vi near, but to be honest at this point I think he has all the damage. He needs to maybe look for something here, but Olaf is actually going to get the crash. And he's just going to pick up these last hits as quickly as possible, minimize that tower damage. Olaf going for a weird invade, giving up the lane prio completely. Wonder if he's going to look for this. His Ghost is up now. Quite a big wave though. Hecarim's coming in. Okay, nice 2v2 going on. Vi fails the Q. God bless Master Elo. And neither team manages to pick up a kill there. But we'll see. But yeah, I'd love to hear about your guys' experience if you have tried playing Jayce before. Like I say, it's not a champ that I do very well on at all. I think there's a massive gap as we get another solo kill. Don't know what Olaf's doing. They're just walking up disrespecting. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Jayce, but the gap between, even in pro play, like the EU pros versus the Eastern teams, like I just feel like there is such a massive skill ceiling for Jayce. And skill floor, to be fair. Like, he's not an easy champ to pick up in the first place, but being able to balance between the ranged and the melee form, always going to be adding a layer of complexity there. But yeah, let me know if you guys have had success on this champ. Just need to put more time in, I suppose, but I'm a filthy rhythm one trick. So, wave pushing into the Olaf here. Olaf's going for a coin flip roam. I'm expecting 369 to shove this in ASAP now. Not sure why we're slow pushing. We see Olaf on the map. Could be getting plates. There we go. He's going to get it shoved in. Look to get these plates. Already a 2 level advantage. 2.5 really. Almost a level 8. Gonna get this plate. Interested to see how he interacts with the Olaf. So you're gonna look for just a bit of a chunk with the QE. Olaf now has ult. But I mean, just look at the item difference. We've got Dirk, Longsword tier already versus, you know, Longsword, not even Tabby's complete. So it's looking a bit rough. So that's something that I never do right there. Like the QEs, knowing the explosion sort of radius where you can throw it at the minions but can still get that splash damage off. I'm always just trying to find the perfect angle to get it straight through without hitting the minions, but you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities like that. Again, I'm pretty sure he clipped the Olaf there. Checking the bushes. We've got Hecarim topside. I wonder if they're going to be trying anything. Got a pink ward in river, so Hecarim's waiting and try. Does have the ghost. Again, that splash. Like, I thought that completely whiffed, but splash damage ticking. Stops the recall. Oh yeah, now 72 CS, 9.5 minutes. Nothing crazy. Gonna set up this freeze. Again, Olaf doesn't have TP, so cannot recall with the wave like that. Tries to get it shoved in. 369 might be able to punish here. Just gonna go for the wave. And is he gonna deny the recall again? No, not quite. I don't think 2 melees is really enough. So Olaf can probably commit to the recall, but and he does. These little freezes, I call them, I say freeze, it's not really a freeze, but in these matchups where your champion excels in a shorter lane versus a champ like Olaf who just wants the entire lane to sort of run you down, even those mini freezes where you can just keep 1 or 2 waves nearer your tower can make a huge difference. It just denies Olaf any opportunity to make anything happen. Olaf trying to sneak back in, but 369's got a massive wave, so even with Tabby, I don't think Olaf would be wanting to take that fight in the minion wave. 369 looking for the recall. Olaf could look to stop this and probably should, but he sees it too late. Instant TP back with the Eclipse from 369. Got Vi top side. She does have ult. But so far a pretty chill top lane. The second I say that, Olaf pops the Ghost, phase rush, procs from the Jayce and just walks it out. And Olaf is brown bread. Vile, perfect timing for that's a bold flash from Olaf. Just trying to stall for the Hecarim, I suppose, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. I say I take it all back. I take it all back. I think if Vi turned on the Hecarim there. Let's watch that back actually. The split focus. Damn. Fair enough. I thought Olaf entered that. Ari got the ult reset. Is she going to be able to pick up a second? Very nice. How's she going to leave the wave? No idea. Don't know if any of you guys have been watching MSI this year, but I've been trying to catch it where I can. I'll definitely try and watch the T1 JDG game. I think that's going to pop off. Both teams looking super strong at the moment. As we make our way over to Rift. Again, this hasn't been a super crazy game. It's probably less trading than, you know, when I think of Jayce or any ranged top laner, I'm always putting such a massive focus on harassing in the early game. Like I play it like a ticking time bomb where it's like, you know, if I'm not ahead by level 3, I feel like I've failed already. Whereas this is just showing like it doesn't have to be quite so rushed. Like, you don't have to be getting kills to get ahead. As Olaf pops the ult here. Unfortunately, Vi's there to catch. And probably going to drop the rift here. Get this first tower down. And now that the map's going to be a bit more open, going to see it. Is he going to commit to staying in the top lane and shoving these waves out and pressuring the Olaf even more? Or is he going to shove these waves in and look for maybe a mid roam, set up with his Ari? She's got ult. We will see. Again, I know I said it in the last video, but something I've had to work on recently is over roaming. Like there was a lot of times when I was sort of in plat or low diamond when I would maybe get the first tower top, be ahead, and then I'd be looking for these roams mid because I'd want to impact the map. But I never really had a real plan about how I was going to do that. It was just shove a wave top and just move. And that sort of blind roaming was giving my opponent in top lane so many opportunities to come back. But not in this case. 369 makes the bot roam. Bot lane aren't respecting that whatsoever. He's been off the map for a while. Picks up the double. So it seems like his strategy in this game, try and get all the gold from the towers as possible. Get that top tower, get it shoved. I mean, I'm not sure what Olaf's been doing, but he hasn't even crashed the wave to the tower yet. And 369's already got a double kill. Getting another tower. Again, I can't check the gold right now because I'm having to watch this on YouTube, but massive gold advantage over to 369. And, you know, he's only got 4 kills. But the advantage is going to be way bigger than the scoreboard probably makes it seem. You can see almost 50 CS advantage as well. At this point, Olaf doesn't stand a chance. Coming back into this, he's still not finished an item. 369 going for the Manamune. Pretty standard stuff. Running back to bot lane. Remember, these tier 2 towers worth a lot of gold, so even if you're not playing a massive split push champion, like you don't have to be playing Fiora or you know, those sorts of champions to be sitting in these side lanes, pressuring, getting those fat stacks from the tier 2s. Twitch might escape. Vi seems to get the ult on. QE from downtown. Twitch has gone. Now what? No dragon up yet. Just looking for these little skirmishes. I mean, Vi's a great one to pair it with. You've got that engage. A lot of the enemy focus is going to be on the jungler. And he's just getting full reign to do whatever the hell he wants. Both tier 1s down. We're running back to mid. Probably grab this tower. I'm not sure how much gold he's sat on, but... I mean, if you look at the scoreboard as well, it's kind of crazy. 12 to 13. So at a glance you might think, you know, there's a chance, but red team picking up a kill on the Vi, to be fair, but I just don't know how they're ever going to stop this Jayce now. Hecarim doing his best, but the point and click Q damage is insane. Olaf on a split push, to be fair. He's doing his best. He's getting the gold that he can. Have his first item soon. 369 recall, instant TP to stop the Olaf getting that free gold. Gonna chase him down, RATP. Gonna pop the ult, he's got both sums, might be able to escape. And he does. Still has the flash actually. Something you can do, I suppose, in lower reloads is when you know that they're going to be running towards something like drag that's coming up. That's why recall times are so important. Just try and establish vision early in the enemy jungle. There's only a few routes they can take to get to the drag. And on a burst champ like Jayce, like, you can afford to take a little risk, sit in the bush. A lot of people in, you know, this is master elo, but if you're in a lower elo than that, then even more worthwhile to sit in the bushes and just wait for the enemy to make a mistake. You don't need to make these massive outplays. The enemies will outplay themselves by just lack of respect, or, you know, maybe they're just not focusing. They're not paying attention to the fact that you've not been on the map for a while. So just take those opportunities and use it to your advantage. It's not like they could have contested Dragon anyway. I see that so many games. Even still, like, say you've just lost a fight and they're going to drag, but your jungler's up or your support's up. I see it all the time with supports, and they'll go and sit by Dragon Pit when there's no way they can possibly get the Drake, and they just stand there, sort of moving back and forth, just wasting so much time. I feel like if you want to improve at this game, like, you need to be resource hungry, especially as, you know, some of these top laners that we're looking at, like the Jayce. You want to get your power spikes ASAP. Same as any champ really. It doesn't matter if you don't have like amazing mid game spikes. It's just, if you're constantly thinking, how can I get resources, whether that's XP, whether it's tower gold, kills, vision, anything, just constantly think, what can I be doing right now? Don't allow yourself to go on autopilot. Because in a game like League, like, you know, if you're just wandering aimlessly for even just 5 seconds, 10 seconds, like, they're going to add up over the span of an entire game. And even if you stay ahead, you could be more ahead, and you're giving your opponent chances to get back into the game. You want to be confident that when you do get a lead early on, that will transition into other things, or just winning the game as a whole. Olaf actually manages to get the tower, but immediately shut down. recalling. What's he going for? He's going Last Whisper, so he's getting Serilders by the look of it. Olaf with the 2 items now, with the Jack Show. Still that scoreline, 21-18. Definitely doesn't feel like it. I suppose the Jinx is pretty useless. But he's hit that spike now. These QEs are going to be hitting like absolute trucks. Just completely ignores the front line there, so I feel like maybe in my games I'd just be playing front to back like every single time. Like just completely ignores the Hecarim and it's like zones off their entire team basically, because even just a melee form Q from Jayce at this point is probably going to half health, 2/3 health any of the squishies on the enemy team. As he picks up that melee with the QE snipe. This mid tower is not going to be up for long. Again, like, it's not like we've seen any sort of crazy mechanics this game. And, you know, he's level 14 on 12 for the Olaf. And I think it is just about being active on the map and having a purpose when you think about moving around or roaming to different lanes. Like, have a plan, have a reason why you're doing things. Olaf trying his best, sidestepping. Fireguard there. It's just so much damage at this point. 12, 3, and 10. It makes me want to play Jayce, and that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Although I did get the Cassante itch recently, and I was watching Bin's gameplay. So like some of it has maybe rubbed off, because I haven't been inting quite as hard. So maybe it's time to dust off the gloves and pick up some Jayce, but we'll see. Definitely not in solo duo, that's a flex special. Got the GA now. I'm sensing the enemy team might FF this pretty soon. Some pink walls to clear. So he's picked up the Oracle lens. I'm not sure when he picked that up, if that was recently, but at this point you're basically an assassin on Jayce, so being able to take these aggressive stances in the enemy jungle with a pink and sweeper, especially ahead of dragon like right now. Again, like we said earlier, about those recall timings, so you know you want to get your recall off maybe a minute before the objective comes up if you can, and position yourself like, look at this, just flashing in. Mental. Yeah, like I was saying, getting to these objectives ahead of time. It's not necessarily to play for the objective, it's just to prevent enemy teams from even getting to them, especially when you're this far ahead. Like, don't even give them the 50-50 flip, you know, don't let them get anywhere near it. And put vision in their jungle, you know. I see so many people when dragons are coming up, they'll throw a ward sort of aimlessly in the pit, which is fine, but if you really want to defend an objective, like, get vision all up in their jungle, get yourself in there as well, and yeah, there we go. That was a pretty quick one. Like I say, nothing too fancy, just fundamentals really. Decent CS in. It's not like he was trading all the time. I know Olaf is going to be a different sort of style of gameplay versus a lot of his other matchups. But yeah, using phase rush to kite him out amazingly well. Like even right at level 1, I think, when Olaf popped Ghost. Just punishing him hard for that. And yeah, just after that, getting that first tower with Rift, immediately trying to transition that lead to elsewhere. So he went bot, got the bot tower, eventually rotated mid, got that as well, and then just started looking for these pockets. Like when objectives are coming up, like Dragon, get yourself inside that jungle, get yourself a sweeper, get a pink. I know Jury's out on pink. Some people are like, just don't even bother buying them, especially in lower elo, because no one's even looking at the map. But yeah, get yourself in there, play like an assassin, and secure those objectives for the team. Like these two Drakes, the enemy team didn't have a single chance of even getting near the pit. They could barely get into their own jungle, let alone the dragon. So yeah. If that has inspired you to play Jayce, I would love to hear how that goes for you. I'm going to play some myself, but you can check my PGG because God knows I'll be too ashamed to even bring it up. But yeah, hope that was interesting and informative, guys. And I'll catch you in the next one.